26th of the 6th, 1991. So to work that out, we add all the digits in that birth date. So 2 plus 6 plus 6 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 1 equals 34. And then we reduce it down to one number, because in numerology, unless we're dealing with a master number, we always reduce to one number. So 3 plus 4 is 7. So I'm talking about life path 7 today. Just a reminder, your life path number, it tells you your strengths, your weaknesses, your natural gifts that you've been given at birth, your purpose in life, and the lessons your soul came here to learn. So we get a lot of information from your life path number, and it is the most important number in your numerology chart. However, I have to caveat that with saying that if your life path number characteristics do not ring true for you, there could be a few reasons for this, okay? First and foremost, you have 4 other core numbers in your chart, and I actually include another one in there. So I include 6 numbers in the core numbers of your chart. So there are 4 to 5 other numbers that are real modifiers to your life path number. And if these numbers are challenge numbers to your life path number, it can create all sorts of confusion and turmoil. So it could be that's creating these modifying characteristics to your life path number. But also it could be that, you know, as we live our life experiences, people's expectations, what we think we need to be, who we think we need to be, what other people tell us we are, all of these things come into the mix. And sometimes we start to adopt an identity and start to think that we're someone that we're not. It's very easy in life to start living this inauthenticity because of our experiences and who we think we should be and who other people tell us we are. And so we adopt those traits and we kind of think that's who we are. And sometimes it's only a little bit further down our self-development journey that we start to really reconnect with who we truly are at soul level, at our core. And your life path number is a huge clue to who you are authentically at soul level. And if you are a life path 7, guys, you are the faith seekers of the world. Your life lesson, the lesson that your soul came here to learn was to have faith. You need to find a strong spiritual base, a strong spiritual foundation. Okay, spiritual energy literally surrounds you guys, life path 7s. And I'm not necessarily talking about, you know, organized religion when I talk about a spiritual base. You know, spirituality comes in loads of forms, and it doesn't matter really what form it takes. What really matters is that you find that strong spiritual base. If you do, you will live happily on the positive side of your number, because every number has a positive and a negative side. And the challenge is to always try and embrace the positive side of the number. So you guys have got beautiful, beautiful spirits. As children, you would probably have found adults referring to you as old souls. You would have had wisdom and knowledge way beyond your years. And you guys tend to bring that into adulthood. Although you tend to, in adulthood, always be a little bit kind of like perpetual children. So embracing the mystery and the magic of life. If you don't find a strong spiritual base, there is a real danger of you becoming stuck in the questions that you will constantly mull over. Okay, you guys ask the big questions. You constantly asking why, and if you don't find that strong spiritual base, you can become a bit cynical. You can be constantly asking the big questions in life and just never finding the answers, and that can lead you to becoming quite cynical. It can lead you to becoming very much stuck in your head. And then as a result, in order to escape, you guys can sometimes tend to become addicted to drugs, alcohol, overwork, travel, that kind of sort of destructive stuff. So it's really important that you do seek out that strong spiritual base and embrace it. And if you do, you will live very happily on the positive side of your number. You guys are real observers, okay? It's almost like you kind of stand apart, and it's almost like you're not from here. You are the number that's probably most strongly connected to the spiritual energies, to source energy, to the divine, to God, whatever you want to call it. But that sort of higher intelligence, you guys are most strongly connected to that. So you kind of quite often don't feel at home here in your physical body, and you kind of stand back and observe, trying to figure out what it is that makes humans tick. And just like the 9s and 11s, you guys, number 7s, you have a natural psychic ability, and you guys tend to be able to problem solve really quickly and easily. You know, problems that kind of other people struggle to solve, it just kind of comes to you, and quite often you don't even know why. And that's because you are so strongly connected to the spiritual energies that you just receive this inspiration, this divine inspiration, quite naturally. You will find enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment in solitude. You guys need time on your own to kind of regroup, kind of recharge your batteries. You quite like solitude. You really thrive in nature. You love nature. You're probably very strongly connected to water in particular. And you will find your spiritual alignment in nature, in solitude, in meditation. And it's important that you find time to do that. You probably love animals. And the reason for this is because they offer you this uncomplicated, unconditional love. You are such deep thinkers, and with animals you don't need to think and work it out, because they just offer this unconditional love without any complications, unlike human beings. So in relationships, you are usually really honest, really loyal, really upfront. You guys do not beat around the bush, okay? You say it like it is. But you sometimes find it quite hard to tell your loved ones that you love them, to give them compliments. And so you have to really guard against, you know, your partner's feeling possibly a little bit neglected or a little bit undervalued. So that's something to really work on. However, on the other hand, if you don't like someone, they will definitely know. They won't be in two minds about it, because you will tell them, okay? And number 7, you guys can have quite sharp tongues. You're not backwards in coming forwards, and if you don't like someone, they will definitely know you don't like someone. And when you shut the door to someone, when you've decided, and guys, you are really good at picking up on energies, okay? You can tell very quickly whether you're going to like someone or not. When you decide you don't like someone, when you decide to shut the door on someone and you've had enough, that's it. You are done. There is no coming back from that. You guys tend to be very private. You don't bare your souls. You don't wear your heart on your sleeves. And you like it that way. You tend to like to have a little bit of an air of mystery about you. Number 7s always seem to be a little bit mysterious, a little bit secretive, and not necessarily in a bad way, not in a bad way, just, you know, you have a little bit of air of mystery. You like to be private. And the more someone pries, the more you shut down. You don't bare your soul to someone unless you really trust them. And your partner, whoever you're in a relationship with, will need to be okay with you needing your space. They will need to be okay with the fact that you need your solitude at times. You are very deep thinkers. You are probably, you know, your spiritual gift is your intelligence and your intellect. And you are probably the most intelligent of the life path numbers. So your purpose in life is to use your intellect and your spiritual connection to make a difference in the world, okay? You are such deep thinkers. Philosophers are often life path 7s. But this deep intellect and this sort of deep thinking can sometimes tip over into self-criticism, being, neuroticism. And so one of your lessons is to really distinguish between your really useful, deep thoughts and this neuroticism and self-criticism that you tend to fall into because of your tendency to overthink. You will constantly be asking the question why, and coming up with the answers. If you live on the positive side of your number, you guys will come up with the answers, given a bit of solitude, a bit of time in nature, a bit of meditation. But as I say, if you don't find that spiritual base, you will never answer that question. You will never answer the big whys in life, and that can become quite destructive for you. So you guys, because of your intellect, because of the fact that you kind of are observers and you tend to stand back and observe people, you can sometimes come across as a little bit aloof and a little bit judgmental. But actually, that's not what you're doing. You are just observing. Marilyn Monroe, Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, Princess Diana, all of these people are life path 7s, and you can see, they all have this air of mystery about them. They all, the world is fascinated with these people, and that's true for life path 7s. People find you fascinating and mysterious. You're incredible problem solvers, as I said, and this is part of your purpose in life. So embrace that mysticism, embrace your intellect, and don't let it drag you into self-criticism. Embrace your connection with the divine. Find that strong spiritual base. You guys are faith seekers. Find that faith in whatever form resonates with you and works for you, and you will thrive in life and make a difference in this world.